Go on a journey with me as I explore nature and its inhabitants. If you acquired a lot of camping stuff over time and can't quite get all your stuff to the campsite, well, it'd be good to have a little bit of help. And these carriers here, these little trailers and stuff, sometimes they ain't cheap. They can run on up in money. But then also it's kind of fun to be challenged to see if you can make one. And there's just all kinds here. This is a high dollar one. This is a $1,000 rig right here. That's without the stuff and not the guy or anything else. Just the rig, the bare rig. This right here is $1,000, which has got a disc brake setup. And this is probably some really nice material here. It's probably worth every penny to somebody that does hiking a lot. Yep. But I don't hike. This is a strap that goes over you, and then the device hooks right here on each side. See, like that there. But if you don't do a lot of hiking, probably best to build one like this guy here did out of a bicycle. And that's not bad. That was a thought. I had that thought after I looked at it. I said, what a good idea. I could do that. I could do that. I could go back to his video and watch some more, or just go get an old bicycle from out there and do it. See him hooking up? Works out just great. It looks good. And they make some professional ones that look similar to that, but it's not quite a bicycle, but it looks similar. So here's an idea. I took a bicycle, I took that part, I put it in Photoshop, I cut that up, and then I put some luggage on it. And that was my thought that I was going to do, with a big wheel, 26-inch wheel. And then I thought, you know, a lot of them I see have these small, look like 16-inch wheel here that would probably weigh less and maneuver even easier through the woods maybe. But yes, sir, that is a $1,000 rig right there. Yep. And it's got a small, probably a 20-inch. Hey guys, I am needing or wanting to build me a hiker trailer. There's quite a few on the YouTube world. I'd really call it a bushcraft trailer. But anyhow, these are the parts that I'm going to use. I'm probably going to use the rear end of this little 16-inch wheel here, rim, and the bottom part of the frame. Or I could just use the fork up here and the front wheel, and disassemble all this, cut it right here. Or if I use the rear end, I can cut it right here. Get rid of the seat, get rid of the pedals. Okay? That's probably what I'm going to do. 16-inch. Put a brand new tube in it. That's what I'm planning on doing. Also, I've got this this old camp chair. Also, there's this old camp chair that I could disassemble by removing these rivets here. There's a lot of good metal right here I could use. But I like the shape of this here. I've seen somebody else using one of these on somewheres in YouTube world. And I'm planning on doing the same thing. And the extra metal I could use for the framing on building the hiker trailer. I think I can come up with another title that I like better than that. Something about Bushcraft, Bushcraft trailer or something. But anyhow, let me show you what else I'm going to use. I have found a gold mine of scrap metal. All this is my metal. But anyhow, somebody had gave me a, see that gray bars, all that gray stuff? That is actually a bed. Bunk beds, yeah. Bunk beds. I'm going to use pieces of it. Actually, the pieces well, wait, look. Here's some metal here too. Wow. But anyhow, the two parts that I removed off that bunk bed is this right here. I'm going to put those side by side, and I'm going to also then use, let's look over here. Look, a world of materials. A world of materials here. But I'm going to use them as bed rail. The most lightest piece of bed rail I can find is what I'm going to use. Probably a piece of this right here. See this little piece right here? This is the smallest piece on there. And I can help you. Okay, I think the shadow's got advantage of me. But anyhow, a piece of bed rail. This little small piece here, I can use it. There's another one on the other side we're looking at right there. This is bigger stuff, but I want this small stuff to help make the frame. I'm going to be very minimum on how much I use. But I want the real small stuff, and there's a whole pile here I can go through to find more if I need it. Look at this tubing I just come across. This is off of a swing set, a kid's swing set. And I found this piece here first that I've already cut or done something with part of it. But here's another piece that matches. I think I'll use that instead of the bed rail. It'd be a lot lighter weight and it'd be strong. Yeah, along with this here. Anyhow, I'll start putting it together, you're going to see it. But I just wanted to show you before I got started where the materials are coming from. This is a paradise of metal or materials to build things. This is project stuff. Lots of project stuff. I come through here and get stuff all the time for making projects. I have built a lot of things out of this scrap stuff. Alright, time to quit talking and get started. Okay guys, before I get to going too far, too fast, or too fast and too far, because when I get to working on these projects, I forget all about the camera sometimes. And I like to look at these things later myself. Besides, share them because I may give you a good idea. I hope I do. I try to. But let me catch you up where I'm at right now. I just cut the little bicycle. Oh yeah, it was a terrible sight. I'm glad there wasn't any kids around here to watch. But let me show you what I've done. I have cut it. Let me get something here I can work with. I have cut it here 2 inches. Well, oh yeah, back from this side. I cut it 2 inches back from the wheel and 2 inches back from the wheel over here because I may want to try to set that brake up on this little trailer. Yeah, I see other people do it. You know, the high dollar ones have got a brake on there. That way if they're going uphill, they pull the brake and lean back against their trailer. Yeah, I can understand that. But alright, now if we take this over here, this is the rack. I had to do a little grinding down in here and down in there where they'll mesh. I want them meshing up against each other, okay? Then I took a piece of bed rail and cut it 12 inches right here. So right there, that's 12 inches. And this is going to help support that and keep the weight down. And then the wheel will end up going down here on the end. I think that's pretty close. That is pretty close. And the reason why I decided to use the back instead of the front here is because this little piece here, I could add some metal coming up. That way your stuff will slide back to this and have a place to rest. Okay? That's why I went with the back instead of the front. I could have went with the front and then added a piece back here. Either way it would have worked just as good. But this was convenient, so this is what I did. So now I'm going to get this here kind of welded up. What tire is shot? I think the front tire is in better shape. I may just buy a new tire. What the heck? New tire, new tube. But let me kind of get this put together, and then I'll play catch up again, because there's no way I can do the labor on the project and film it that easy. Okay? So then we got to decide what to do at that end down there. And some kind of handlebars or something. It's got to come up and around. We may use that chair that's over there on the back of the truck. Right up in there. Yeah. And we're going to use those handles, or some of that stuff. That's my go get scrap truck. Right down there. And we would be pretty close to this project being completed. But you know, I thought about something else too. As far as putting this little trailer together, it will come in for a double purpose. Not only it can help you get your stuff to the camp and everything you want to take, including a color TV, an air conditioner, massage parlor, whatever you want to take to camp would be great. If you can get it out there, take it and enjoy yourself, right? But also when you get back, you can take your dirty dishes off of it, but leave the pack on there and take it into the garage, somewhere's back up in there, and just stand it upright to get it out of the way and leave it stored. You know where all your camping gear is, it's ready to go when you are, and then you just roll it out of there when you're ready to go camping again. Load it up in your van, back of your truck, your trailer, or if you got an attachment like I do on the back of my little car, then you load it up on there. And then you're ready to go camping with clean dishes and everything too. But let me get all that caught up, and then we will discuss how we're going to finish it. Okay, retake. I have got this this tacked on there, the rear frame to the other frame, and what I did to check the alignment is I hooked this on the back and came over, and it showed 12 inches right here where this is starting to bend, right here, and I did the same thing over there. But after I did that, to get the back of it in line, the wheel is out of line. You can't go by it. It needs to be adjusted from down here. But anyhow, the frame is in alignment. But when I did that, I realized that it's caused me to have a gap down in here. Right down in there, I got a little gap I got to weld up. And what I'm doing to weld that up, I'm probably not going to be able to film this, but I'll take this filler rod and I'll hold it right there, and I'll use the wire welder to fill that in. It's just an old welder's trick, but it does work. I'm not going to be able to film it because it's too close and it could, you know, cause problems with the camera. But that's where I'm at. It's tacked on there pretty good to where you can actually lift it up and look at it. That's about how it's going to be on there. That's the distance on the bottom. But I've got to flip it over and do some more welding. And I swear, these batteries don't last no time. I just ordered 2 new ones about an hour or 2 ago. But anyhow, I welded these, tack weld them or whatever, weld it every 3 inches, speculating, all the way down. And then I flip it over and I tack weld it underneath there, all the way down. So that's pretty much got that covered pretty good. And I've got these welded here for this little piece here. But there's still more it's got to be done to reinforce. Not a whole lot more, but somewhat. And this thing ought to be ultra light, you know. And yeah, and it'd be like the fancy ones. It'd have a rear brake right here. Yeah. All right. And but let me get a little more done, and I'll catch you up again. Okay, guys, here's where I'm at. I had went out there and got this old chair, which is really worn out bad. And I took the grinder and I ground the tops of these little rivets there. There was one on the other side. I ground it. I cut them all and got these loose. Got 2 of them loose. Let me get this out of the way. All right, and here's where we're at right now. We've got these 2 for handles. I've got the back just where I wanted them, on the ground. I've got the back wheel on there. That's welded up pretty good. And this is the framing, what you're looking at. And I will weigh it for you, but not right now. It's got to get finished. And I'll probably put a little brace right here, you know, something small and simple. Maybe just a couple of rods here is all. Just, you know, keep it lightweight. And then I got to decide where are these going to go? You know, how am I going to attach them? I may need to make a bracket or something to attach them, but how are they going to go on there? And this is a little tough to film right here like this, but you get the idea. That back wheel is out of alignment. It's not the frame that's holding the wheel. It's the wheel itself. It's jerked off to one side. It's got to come off anyhow. It's got to have a new tire and tube on it. All right, let me get a little further down the road, and we'll play catch up again. Okay? Okay, maybe this will be a better recap. I've got it leaning up against the table there. That's kind of the arch that it's going to have to maintain there. And then these handles right here are going to have to go out straight down here. I don't know what the distance there is. I've got to discover that. And then I've got to try to either bend that or make a bracket for it right here. And then copycat it on the other side. But that is pretty much the angle that it's going to have to be on. Right there. Okay, I'm already making modifications. Hadn't even finished it. I've cut this right there where you can see it to give this more of an arch. See how the rod goes down, the frame, bicycle frame goes down now? Because if you look at the picture that I'm showing you right now, you'll see that most of the high-end professional ones have that arch for some reason. I don't know what that reason is, but if you copy somebody else that's got success, you may have success too, and that's what I'm counting on. So I just went on and figured I'd cut it now, and but now I got to fill that in, and what I'm going to fill it in with is this rod here. I'm going to fill it in with that rod and then cut the rod off here. Fill all that in with the rod and cut it off. Now another mod I did too is this here, which is going to go on the other side to help support this back here. I'll have to get this welded before I can flip it over. But you may see the finished product of that. Okay, this is where I'm at so far. I've got the support bracket on there that you didn't see. I think you see me cut it. But anyhow, all that's welded in. It needs to be dressed up with a grinder. But notice the arch in the frame here, from where the little wheel is and the new part comes on. It helps to balance it better, I think, you know, than the way it was. But the high-end ones, I'll show you another picture of one, or several pictures. But now I got to come up and finish the upper side. Okay, I come across this stuff here. I know I've had several ideas going from this, and I still could do this, or I could do this. Let me get set up here and see if I could do something like that. Then I could drop it down even lower, you know, it'd be down lower, and the balance point would even be greater. I mean less. It had better stability. And I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. I've seen let me show you another picture, one that's similar to this. Okay. And all I got to do is find something that this can slide into. I got to make a mount for it, where it can mount one on each side, and then it can drop down. I think that's where I'm going at it with. But it is definitely coming along. I'm real pleased with the progress. I don't know, maybe a few more hours I'll be done with it, I hope. Okay guys, I am done with it for now. But you know how these are ongoing projects. You may decide, hey, I want to add, no, I want to change. And that's just the way it is with me, and a lot of other people too. But anyhow, starting off here, it started with a 16-inch wheel off of a bicycle, part of the frame. Part of the bunk beds, ends off of a bunk bed. And let's see, the metal up here in the front, the two crooked ones here, right here, both of those come off of a kid's swing set. Okay, the bar right here, the brown bar, and there's another one over there. This one here slides inside there. Okay, that's two bars right here. But anyhow, those bars come off of a bathroom shelf, the one that goes over the commode. Okay, and the belt, then I added a belt here to go around the waist. That is everything. Now what I'm going to do here is weigh it with nothing on, and then we'll give it a try. I'm going to see if I can do it with one hand. Okay, I am just keeping it from rolling right here, and I'm not pushing down. Looks like 15 pounds. That's right, huh? 15 pounds? It's not too bad for a cart, right? Made out of metal. This ain't aluminum or anything, it's made out of metal. Okay. Alright, let me get it loaded up, and then we'll look at it and we'll go for a try. Okay guys, that's it. Probably no more video, not unless I make no more video on this project, not unless I make a huge change. But anyhow, I just want to show you one last thing here. I don't know what the whole thing weighs. There's no way I could see the scale underneath with standing that up on there. And the only way I can weigh it is standing it up. But what I have done is brought it in here and stood it up, because now I can just store it. Just standing up right there. Leave all my stuff on there until I need it. Get my dirty dishes off. And then close the door until next time. That's it guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you on the next one. Talk to you then. Bye. That's it guys for this adventure. I'll see you on the next one. Viewing the video or giving us a like or subscribing makes us want to bring on a little more entertainment. Don't you agree?